Welcome to Aspire to Elements. My name is Marie, and I'm here to talk to you about the transformational program that I have available. First, I want to let you know who this program is for. It's for those of you who are dealing with issues around digestion, issues around sleep, energy, anxiety, anxiousness, stress, high blood pressure. All of those issues we can manage with Ayurveda. And this program is a program that is put together to help you step by step work on balancing out those issues. So I have a lot of clients who no longer want to use medications, or they don't even want to get on the medications in the first place that are being recommended to them. They want to find other methods. And if that's you, this program is for you. If you've got digestive issues like indigestion, heartburn, constipation, lack of appetite, stomach aches, there's a lot of issues that can happen, cramping, all of those things, I can help you. I can definitely use the Ayurvedic tools and principles to help you. If you've got issues with sleep, whether you're having a hard time falling asleep, or you wake up in the middle of the night and you can't go back to sleep, or you're just not getting enough sleep, or maybe you're getting too much sleep, I can help you. If you've got energy issues, you feel exhausted all the time, you can't get through the day, you get through the day, but every single day, it just feels like you're always on empty, I can help you. If you're dealing with anxiety, high blood pressure, any of those kinds of issues, I can help you. We have tools in Ayurveda to help you with all of those things. They are manageable. And I'm telling you right now, I know it personally, and I know it through watching my clients manage these things, get them under control, and slowly watch them disappear out of their lives. So if you want to manage those digestive, sleep, and energy issues and more, then this program is for you, because medications are not the answer. They don't deal with the root cause. They band-aid things. That's what they do. So we want to get to the root cause. Why is this happening in the first place? And that's what Ayurveda does. It gets to the root cause. Who else is this right for? Well, this is also right for those of you who feel stuck. You're stuck in unhealthy habits around your diet, food, your lifestyle, the people you hang around with. And yes, if you are used to hanging around a certain group of people, and those people are involved in habits that are not healthy, it's very difficult to change your own habits and be healthy when the people around you are not healthy. So we are here to support you. Change your life in a way that helps you surround yourself with people that live the way you want to live, that aspire to what you want to aspire to. Also, we look at thoughts and emotions. So if you're dealing with thoughts and emotions that don't support you and you're stuck in a rut with them, this program is for you. What else can this program help you with? Well, it'll help you commit. It'll help you commit finally to a program that gives you real results. And here's how I know that you will get real results. First of all, Ayurveda has been around for thousands of years. If it was a bogus science, it would have disappeared a long time ago. But it is tried and true. It works. The methods are not necessarily quick. Sometimes they are. A lot of times they're not. They're slow and gradual, but they stick and they make the changes that we need so that we can have a long, healthy, good quality of life. And that's what we all want. If we're going to live a long time, it's a good idea to have a good quality of life. We want to be happy. The other thing too is the principles of Ayurveda are all based on nature, and we are part of nature. There's no difference between what goes on in nature and what goes on in us. Whatever's happening outside in the environment, it's affecting us. And so we want to learn how to use the principles of nature to manage our life. And Ayurveda is all about that. It's based on nature's principles. And the other reason why I know that it works is because of the available tools. We have practices in Ayurveda like yoga, meditation, pranayama, which is breath work, and they all work. I know because I've been using them for years. The other tools that are available are tools that help to pacify and balance our senses. So in other words, we have available tools for the eyes that soothe the eyes, or even using chromiotherapy, which is with colors. We have available tools for the ears and that help the ears, and sound therapy. We have scents. So for aromatherapy, we have that. So different smells. We have taste therapies. Every single taste is going to have a different effect on the body. So all of those things are important. The amount of touch you get on your body, some people need more touch, some people need less. Some people need more stimulation, some people need less. It's all based on the individual. Well, that's the other thing about Ayurveda, is that it is individualized. It is personal. It is a program that works for you. So this program is going to be very personalized for you. And it wouldn't work if it wasn't that way. I'm not trying to help the masses. And if it does help the masses, then fantastic. That's a beautiful thing. But what I would like to do is help those of you, those individuals who are really looking for changes, really looking to completely change their life and turn the disease pathway around in their bodies, help themselves to have a better lifestyle, better habits, better way of living, better ways of eating that feel good, that give you the energy, that help you sleep, that make you feel happy, all right, that give you balance. The other reason why I know that it works is because I have watched Ayurveda with my clients. I have seen clients that came in complete disasters, and within a couple of years, completely changed their life around. And that doesn't seem like it's quick, but let me tell you, some of these individuals were dealing with those very bad habits for 15, 20 years, and they were able to turn them around and reverse them in a year or 2 to 2 years. That's pretty fantastic. The other reason why I know it works is because I have used Ayurveda myself. And I am going to tell you my story of how I ended up using Ayurveda to save my life. I, 9 years ago, ended up getting very, very sick from some extremely stressful stuff that was going on in my life. And I got the flu. I thought it was the flu. And after about a day and a half of a very high fever, I started convulsing on the floor in my bathroom, and I had never felt that in my body before. So I knew this isn't okay. This is not normal. And I thought I was dehydrated. So I ended up getting to the hospital, and they immediately admitted me and put me in ICU. They put a PICC line into my neck down to my heart because my heart was starting to fail. My liver was shutting down because my liver counts were up to 150. And they ended up finding out that I had an infection that had gone septic. And so I had sepsis, and it was pretty serious. My organs were shutting down, and they told my family, they asked me if I had my affairs in order. And I didn't really understand what they were saying because I was pretty out of it. And they told my family she may not make it. That's what they told my family. That night, I don't have a lot of memory for the next few days, but I do remember drifting off and coming face to face with death and becoming very peaceful with it, and realizing that in death, it was okay, that I would be okay, that everything would be okay. And I felt very okay with dying. I was okay with dying. And then I didn't die. I survived. I was in ICU, however, for I believe it was about a week, and then in the regular hospital for a few days. And then when I got out of the hospital, I couldn't walk. So the sepsis had done quite a lot of damage to my body, and I was unable to get around. I was bedridden. I couldn't eat. I hadn't eaten in whatever the time was in the hospital. I wasn't able to eat. I had extreme nausea. I was very, very, very sick, very ill, and very weak. I remember being so weak that the problems and the worries and the stuff that I normally was anxious over, I didn't even have the energy to be upset. I didn't have the energy. And so nothing really mattered. It didn't really matter. So here's what happened. I had already gone through my Ayurvedic education at that point when this event had happened. And I kept getting sick after I got out of the hospital. The medications that they used to save my life were so strong and extreme that first my skin peeled off to the point to where I couldn't even put my fingertips together. It was too painful. And then my hair fell out like I had gone through chemotherapy. I had no immune system. So the medications that they gave me were so strong that it completely destroyed my immune system. And so I kept getting sick. And every other week, I was in urgent care or in emergency with some sort of an infection in my finger, an infection in my tooth, a urinary tract infection, a bladder infection. And this went on for about 8 or 9 months, just every other week in urgent care. And then all of a sudden it hit me and I went, oh my God, Western medicine saved my life. Thank you very much. I'm very grateful for that. However, Western medicine now is going to slowly kill me because it wasn't helping me get better. I wasn't getting better because all the medications that they kept putting me on kept killing the one system that I needed to get better, which was my immune system. So at that point, I decided, all right, I'm investing in my health. I completely stopped all Western medicine, all Western therapies, and I invested all of my money into Ayurveda. I received the Ayurvedic treatment of Abhyanga and Shirodhara every other week. I did that for a solid 6 months. It's not a cheap therapy. It's an expensive therapy. It's about $200, but it was worth it. And I did it every other week for about 6 months. And then I was able to switch to every 3 weeks and then eventually switch to once a month, every other month. And now I get it done. I try to get it done still every other month because it's such a rejuvenative treatment and it really does help your body get better and heal. So I did that. I completely changed my diet. I completely adjusted what I was eating and made it so that I was eating foods that would help me build up my vital reserves, get me strong again, help my digestion. And I worked on that. And it took a good solid 2-3 years of getting better. I was told later by one of the doctors that helped save my life. And he said, you know, I was really lucky to be alive because most of the time when individuals get sepsis, as bad as I had it, within a couple of years, they usually die because their bodies had become so weak that they end up getting cancer or dying from, you know, something else. They just don't get strong enough. And so he said, I was so lucky that I took on the practices and the lifestyle habits that I have because I am now 9 years down that road of health and wellness. And no one would ever know. No one would ever know that I almost died and that I had to go through years and years of recovering my health. And so I know that these principles work because they worked for me. And what I went through was very, very difficult. I wouldn't even wish it on anybody. It was literally years of every day just having to get up and struggle through the day. I had to take naps. I had to go to bed. I couldn't go out. It was too much. I couldn't handle it for years. I couldn't listen to music because it was too stimulating. It was just too much. And that's how run down I was from having the sepsis. But I got through it and I'm super healthy. I can listen to music again. I can dance. I can sing. I can occasionally go out. I still don't like to go out too late because I really do like my sleep. But I am an example of someone who has used Ayurveda to get healthy and make it long lasting. And I'm 56 years old, you guys, and I don't look 56. I don't feel 56. Sometimes I do with a few aches and pains from old injuries, but I really work hard to stay healthy and do everything I need to do to live right. And so I am an example of what you can have, of what you can be. You can do it. I'm not saying it's easy. It's not easy. It was not easy, but it works. And if you take your health seriously, it's worth it. This program is worth it. And for those of you who don't want to do it, it's okay. It's okay. Maybe down the line, you'll want to do it. But what I do know is that I see a lot of people that come into my door and they come into my office and they sit down and they have tried everything for the health issues that they have. And sometimes they're so far down that road with those health issues that to turn the disease pathway around is very, very challenging. And I can only do my best. But if we want to nip that stuff in the bud right in the beginning. If you have digestive issues, get those issues under control now. If you have sleep issues, get them under control now. Energy issues, get it taken care of now. Anxiety, high blood pressure, all of that stuff. You have to get it under control and deal with the root cause of why it's happening in the first place. Otherwise, you will just be dealing with more problems because they will get bigger. It's just what happens. It's all about how disease moves through our body and through our systems. So please join me in this transformational program. It is starting in January. You don't have to start in January. You can start at any time, but it is starting in January. And I welcome you to come and try it out and have an individual consultation with me. We can talk about what's going on with you and if this is the right program for you. I definitely want to make sure that I am working with people in the way that works for them. So thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate your time. I'm doing Ayurveda and everything that I do because I want to have impact on people's life that matters. Okay, so thank you guys and have a wonderful, beautiful day.